So I recently had a travel shoot to California. In this video, I just want to give you guys a look into what that was like and kind of traveling as a DP. So I found out about this project pretty quickly, and there was not really any pre-production or anything like that. It was mostly just a phone call, and then the next day I was booking flights. And I don't mind last minute things and last minute projects, but it does make things a little complicated and a little tricky when there's so many moving pieces, including travel. Airline travel is kind of annoying. I used to enjoy it, especially if it was a new place, but now I'm in a stage of my life where I do not like flying at all, or any sort of airline travel. I much prefer being able to drive and kind of go at my own pace, especially navigating an airport with so much equipment and the headaches that come with that. So I loaded up a 2-camera interview style package with some lighting and audio and basic grip stuff just to be self-sufficient when heading to California. I usually travel with a cart, just makes things a little bit easier navigating through the airport and whatnot. Also, I apologize for all the vertical video. This was kind of starting a YouTube channel, so a lot of this footage that I filmed was for Instagram stories and other platforms like that. So we had a beautiful location here in Costa Mesa, California. It was a residential home, and honestly, anywhere I pointed the camera, it looked great in this space. So I just tried to get as much depth as I could and kind of light things how I typically do with a big diffusion. I was using an 8x8 artificial silk. And since I was traveling with all this, I opted not to bring any sort of frame, and I just did like a waterfall pretty much off of a stand. And I don't think I had any C-stands with me on this trip. These were all light stands. So it's a little tricky working with a skeleton package and a skeleton crew, but I think we made everything look good, and I think it turned out great. We were using 2 Sony FS5s just on tripods. One was with the teleprompter, and one was just picking off a tighter angle to give us a relief shot to cut to. But here was the first shot that we were going for. This was kind of like a talking head, kind of like a masterclass type video, kind of teaching directly to camera. I was a little bothered by the chandelier off to the right. I wish we could have adjusted that looking back at the footage somehow. I think it competes a little bit too much with her eyeline, but overall, that's just me being a little nitpicky. So this was a 3-day shoot, and this was with the creative agency that I work full-time for. So I just flew in as a DP, and then we had a couple of local crew help out for the day. And the way the company works is they like to stack shoots together in one location. So one day we'll have one retainer client come in to shoot material, and then the next day we'll have another retainer client come in to shoot material. And they just kind of stack it back to back like that. And it seems to work out, especially if I'm flying. It's nice just having to be away for a few days, 1 week, as opposed to coming back and forth multiple days. So we just kind of stack it that way, just have a little bit longer of a production period as opposed to kind of spreading it out. But overall, this was a fun shoot, very last minute. But I think we did a good job with the time that we had and the crew that we had. And let me know in the comments below if you guys have any stories with travel or your experience with traveling. And thanks again for watching and subscribing.